I'm really torn here, right? Because I really don't like this, like, at all. I don't know what to say other than I'm really just not happy with these. And I don't see, here's the problem, right? Because on the one hand, I want to post this because I think it's important to show, like, look, even if you make a mistake, you know, that's okay. You tried, you did something, it didn't work out, whatever. On the other hand, coming off such a, like, win of the last 2 weeks where I was so happy with how both of those turned out, to this is not a great feeling. I have to be honest. I feel like comparatively, I don't know what happened, but like somewhere along the way, everything just went really to shit. Everything just went to shit. And I started with Crowley because I think in my head, I thought, oh, this one's gonna be easy, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So many things went off the rail with Crowley's. So many things went off the rail.
So here's the thing. When I first, put out this question of what everyone wanted to see from me next, I was really excited because, you know, I love Crowley and Aziraphale. I love the Ineffable Husbands. I really feel as though, you know, this is something special. This got me back into, you know, wanting to be a part of a fandom. It got me back into reading. It got me back into, you know, so many different things. And I felt so connected to it. But it just really felt like from the get-go, I can't say where exactly everything went off the rails, but it just felt like with Crowley's, it just immediately went off the rails. And I don't know that I really liked Aziraphale's all that much better. And it's so disappointing because I had this idea in my head of what I wanted, and I just don't feel like I executed it for either of them, really. I will say, looking at the before of Crowley's piece that I did, I don't know, sometimes I look at it and I like it. Sometimes I look at it and I just don't. But I do feel like whatever I was trying to accomplish here with this kind of dappled effect so I could make it look more like a universe, I just don't feel like was successful at all. And that's kind of the most disappointing thing, is like, I really was trying to find a way to make this look like something, and I feel like I just kind of progressively made it worse. Like, every time I tried to fix something because I wasn't happy with how it looked in the first place, it just got worse. It just continued to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And I think that's kind of the most disappointing thing of all. But as I said at the beginning of this video, part of why I'm posting it is because I do feel as though, you know, I want to share what this experience was like. So you could say, look, like, not everything is going to be good, I guess. You know, that's kind of the nature of art. It isn't always going to be good. It isn't always going to be what you want. But I still want to post this because I think it is important to share even when something isn't a win. And, you know, I'm sure maybe some people will like this. I don't know. I'm just... I almost wish I hadn't touched anything, but, you know, no use crying over spilt milk, as they said. This, I was really disappointed. I was so excited for this snake. I really thought this was going to turn out cute, and it just did not work. It's weird because it looks better on camera. Like a lot of things, it looks better on camera, but in real life, it looked so smudgy and so, like, just impossible, and I was really disappointed. I will say this effect that I decided to do last minute, I did really like. I liked the idea of like doing this effect that was kind of like what remained of Crowley's grace after his fall. So I did that kind of like burnished effect on the sides. I really liked that. I think that was a cool idea. And then I tried to kind of clean it up with this black. You know, it just, everything that I was doing at this point was like, I felt like I was trying to salvage it, and it just made it worse. Like, everything that I was doing just seemed to make things 1,000 times worse. So, yeah, I mean, there's no getting around it. I at one point, I just kind of gave up, and I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna quit while I'm behind. Oh, this is where things really were fun, too. I tried to write Crowley's name, and that pen leaked, and so it just got all over the place. It just looked terrible. So again, I just, you know, was trying to fix it somehow, and that I decided to use yellow because I wanted more yellow in it, and that looked bad. So then I went back to red, and it's just you know, it's just one disaster after another, really, for me. And I think at this point I was so defeated that I was just like, this is not, I don't know how I can salvage this. I did end up deciding to do these kind of like, you can't really see it on camera. I decided to do like using the toothbrush technique and some white paint to make some stars. I do think that is an interesting effect. I do love the way that like stars look, but overall, I mean, it's not great. I think at that point I just gave up. I was like, we're gonna start on Aziraphales now. And I don't necessarily think Aziraphales went much better. I think it was a different experience, but I don't necessarily think that I did better with Aziraphales. I don't know. It is what it is. You know, you can't go back at this point. I do like the kind of gold books. I like that the name that I kind of did on there, but overall, I was not really impressed with how the paint came out, the actual kind of drip part, and I wasn't impressed with ultimately everything else that I did on top of that. So it just kind of was a disappointment all around. And especially, you know, I had done so many other things that I think were similar and kind of like what I had in my mind, and it just did not even remotely come close. And I think that's really the disappointment. It's just, it didn't come close to what I was wanting. I think the halo looked fine. You can't even see it on camera, apparently, but the halo idea looked fine, but everything else just did not really turn out. The letters look fine, I guess. You know, that's whatever. You can't really, I mean, you can mess up stencils, but you can't really mess up letter stencils too much. But it just, in general, everything was just not working out very well. So I really just, this is not my favorite piece, or these are not my favorite pieces, I should say. And I'll talk more about that later.
I'm just gonna show you, and this is just gonna be what it is. So I don't even know where to begin with this. When I was making it, I kind of I think maybe it was the yellow that really was the first cataclysmic event. I feel as though I was trying to salvage it, doing like this whole nebula thing like I did for the painting that you've seen before, the like big text, and it's like all these different canvases together. I feel like that was so very interesting. And then this, I truly can't even tell you where it went wrong. And I was trying to salvage it by doing like over in the bottom corner. I was trying to do more of a nebula look. That didn't work. So I kind of just gave up on that. I decided, I tried to do the name. That didn't quite work out because I did it in white and it melted. So I like wiped it away and then put some like red and black and yellow, and that just looks terrible. So I ended up writing the name in gold, and you almost can't even see it beneath. Well, maybe it looks better on camera, but in person it looks insane. And then I did some like white stars to like make it look more like a nebula. Honestly, can I just hide behind? I'm so ashamed. I just don't want to be seen on camera with this. And my really, truly only hope, this may be honestly, I may just have to redo this. I may have to redo both of these because I'm so just severely disappointed in this that I can't even begin to tell you. And it's unfortunate because Crowley and Aziraphale are so very much they got me back into fandom again. Like, I really, really respect and love Crowley and Aziraphale so much more than I think this shows. And, like, this is just Crowley. Like, just wait. But, yeah, I'm so disappointed in this. I can't, like, I don't even want to hang it up. I don't want to look at it. Every time I look at it, I'm so fucking disappointed. And I don't know where I went wrong. So I like have to completely start from scratch, just, a whole new drawing board. I think I will not do yellow in the next, like if I do redo this, I'm not going to do yellow. I think I'm just going to do like red, blue, and black and white and call it a day. And then I can add yellow in later for his eyes as like an accent color. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. And then we have Aziraphale. Now, I guess you could say in some respects this worked a little bit better, but not by much. It really not by much, I would say. I think what I really do enjoy, these are supposed to be books. They're not reading as books to me. I like Aziraphale's name, I guess. I like the halo, I guess. This little gold like bit right here, it kind of feels like almost like an angel-ish vibe, so I guess I like that. But on the whole, I just don't like how the brown and blue mixed. I don't like how it ended up creating this like very muddy gray over here. And what's unfortunate is I did this amazing piece for my cat who passed this January. I made this amazing piece for her that was like gray and white and gold and black and brown because it was all of her fur colors. And I loved it so much. I'm going to include it in this. I loved it so much. And that's what I was hoping to go for. But like adding some blue in there because, Aziraphale does have some blue. And I missed the mark so hard. And I'm just so disappointed in myself in this. Together, they probably look ridiculous together, but like, I just feel like coming off the two that I really truly loved in the Alistair and Angel, this is just such a disappointment. And it's so like just wrong. on so many levels. It's just wrong. And I'm just, I'm so disappointed. I am not a professional artist by any means. I am just someone who enjoys making shit. And this was what you guys wanted to see next. And so I went with it. And I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I knew what I wanted to do and what I wanted to create. But yeah, I'm not happy with these at all. So yeah, and I mean, I'm not trying to be dramatic. I'm not looking for sympathy. That's not what this is. Look, I can admit when something's just not good and not working. You know, am I gonna try and remake these? Maybe another time when it's not as fresh and annoying as this. I don't know what else to say. I'm so disappointed, and it's so frustrating. I guess you know what it is? I don't like not being good at something. I know that's like literally ridiculous, but I don't like not being good at something. I'm so much of a perfectionist. And even if it's not like good to one person or another person, I have to at least like it. And if I don't like it, then I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? Why did I put this up and put this out there? If I'm not even happy with it, then like, I don't want anyone else seeing it. You know what I mean? Again, that's not me trying to get attention. That's not me trying to like make people feel sorry for me. I'm disappointed in me. Like, you don't have to be. I am enough for both of us. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was educational. I hope this is kind of a point that, like, you know, sometimes you're going to make stuff and it's not going to be what you want, but them's the break. I don't know. I don't know what the lesson of this video would be. I'm not PBS. Not everything has to be a lesson. Like, just sometimes you make stuff and you don't like it. That's what it is. You know, it is what it is. Let's just end this here. And it's, by the way, it's Monday night, so I don't have enough time to fix this. I was really banking on the idea that I could fix this as I was doing all of this stuff. So that was my first mistake, but you know, it's all good. It is what it is. Stay devilish and see you next Tuesday.